Hello everyone, welcome to 22 Things I Learned in 22 Years. On Root Collection is launching on the 7th of May. But anyways, I'm sitting in a car park and everybody is looking at me. What about it, babes? Do you like my new glasses? It's giving a little bit of a Tony Stark. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. fucking sex god.
Vibe.
Okay. Can I fucking learn? Let's begin. Number 1. People are selfish. You should be selfish as well. I used to pride myself on not being a selfish person until maybe the past year I kind of realized it does not benefit me at all. In some situations, you know, it pays to not be selfish, but you need to remember that people always put themselves first. You should really learn to do the same. It is actually a good thing to be selfish. You know, sometimes it's not going to feel good because you feel like you're doing the wrong thing, but you're actually doing the right thing. But then again, it's very circumstantial. But take away that, number 1, people are selfish. So if you're putting someone first and they're selfish and they're putting themselves first, it's going to make you feel really, really shitty, and this has just happened to me so many times. So I always put myself first now. Number 2, in my last video about 21 things I learned in 21 years, I haven't watched it recently, but I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines of, you can fix any relationship if you like love each other and try. And you know, this is around the time I had my breakup. I was trying to make sense of it. I was still a hopeless romantic. Not that I'm not anymore. Damn, my foundation is popping. But I don't believe that.
Anymore.
Break up. If you were in a shitty relationship, break up. People do not change. A guy will change for the woman he wants. True? Not always true. There's so many people out there, you're really better off going and finding that person as opposed to staying in a shitty relationship. Leave. Another thing, people are replaceable. So are you. Remember that. So if you want to get ahead in life and be different from everyone else, considering everyone is replaceable, you need to have skills and qualities that most people don't. So you need to figure out how you can provide value. What can you offer people that they cannot simply get from anyone else on the street? Never ever tell people how much money you make. When people find out you're making a lot of money, or even if you're not making a lot of money, but you're earning more than you used to, people can really like take advantage of this, and they have this attitude that, oh, she can pay, she has more money. People like can really like take advantage of that, which is something I've noticed. And people can definitely treat you differently when they realize how much money you're making, and it can intimidate them depending on how secure they are as a person. Okay, this is arguably one of the most controversial things, but I do not think plastic surgery is a bad thing. It can actually help you get further in life because, let's be real, looks are really important in society. And as a woman, how can we get further apart from our brains? How we look physically. It's just a matter of fact that attractive people go further. Yes, plastic surgery, mentally, it can do a lot of bad things, but it is like a hack to get further in life. I am totally not against surgery. Mentally, I know it can really fuck you up because you just suddenly want to change everything. But in terms of getting further in life, I think surgery is a little hack. And if you want it, do it. End of story. Don't let people shame you. We're not talking about loving yourself. We're just talking about, matter of fact, getting further in life. Attractive people go further. Or sometimes it's not even about how far you're going. It's the speed at which you go. Attractive people can go at a faster speed because more people are going to want to help them, especially if you're a woman. You know how they say that people aren't out to get you, it's just in your head. I think, for the most part, you know, this is true. But, like I said, not everyone is good in the world. Some people, they are out to get you, and you may not even know it. Which is another reason why you should never share how much money you're making or all the good things going on in your life. Unless, you know, you have like a really solid circle that wants to see you win. But some people will actively try to sabotage you, so just be careful. And yeah, I think that goes without saying. Another point is that people are really fucking weird. Kathleen and I talk about this all the time. People are weird in this world. You always need to be alert, you always need to be careful. Did you hear Miranda Cosgrove the other day? She was telling her story about how some guy tried to murder her, and he was waiting in the backyard ready to kill her. Then he shot at the wrong person, set himself on fire, and that could have been her. what vendetta did he have against Miranda Cosgrove, iCarly? We will never know, but there's just so many stories like that. It's weird. People are weird. Like, you know, there's literally people out here that are just innately not good, and you have to be careful, have to be safe. Another reason why you should be nice to everyone and maybe not be overly flashy. Like, I hate to say it, but as a woman, that's also something we have to consider.
Hi, sisters!
Always make connections with everyone. Everyone can be a connection to something, especially in the business world. I used to really undervalue the importance of networking. I think I was afraid of people when I was a bit younger, but now everyone is a connection. Instagram is my LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my LinkedIn as well, but what is it? Your net worth is your network. It's true. The world is not fair, and not everyone is made equally. This is something I used to actually argue about with people, because I'd be like, how can you say that everyone is not made equally? Everyone is made equally. Oh, such a naive perspective, but no, everyone's not made equally. Like, I still debate this with my friends. For example, one of my friends has the argument that perhaps this beautiful, rich girl was born into a wonderful family, and we compare her with, I don't know, like an African child with nothing. We found out this rich girl, she's actually super depressed. Her parents, I don't know, they don't love her, she's missing a leg, but this child in Africa has a family that loves him, supportive community, blah blah blah. And she said that can like balance it out and they'll be equal. I still don't agree with that, like in some aspects perhaps, but overall, like, people are not made equally. We can elaborate on it, and I would love for you guys to debate it in the comments. I'm totally open to all ideas. I'm never rigid in my thinking, so let's have a little debate in the comments. But yes, I don't think everyone's made equal, so in saying that, you need to learn what your strengths are and play to it. You don't want to look at other people's strengths and then try to mimic it, because what you are strong in, they might not be strong in. So you need to figure out how you can enhance your strengths and use it to your advantage. You're responsible for healing yourself. Stop blaming it on everyone else. The damage is done. We all know people who play the victim in every situation. They had family trauma growing up. They blame it on their parents. They never change. They never go and get therapy. It's always, I'm the victim. My parents did this to me. I can't get a job because I have all this trauma and depression from my parents. We all have some type of trauma. But the difference is, do you actually actively try to heal it? Do you go and try to help yourself? Some people do not want to be helped. And if that person doesn't want to be helped, then don't help them. But at the end of the day, you're only responsible for yourself. No one is going to come and save you in this life. Hard work does not correlate to success. It does not mean you're going to be successful. If hard work meant success, then every immigrant worker would be a billionaire or a millionaire. But it's all about working smarter, not harder, and that's what the rich know. So like I said earlier, you need to figure out what your skills are, what your strengths are, and really play to that in this world and try to monetize it. If you work hard your whole life, you're a slave. I think there's this misconception that having more money means you have freedom, but if you're just working for money, you're a slave to the money. And I became a slave to the money. My life revolved around money. Was I happy? No. The way to actually have freedom is to find what you love doing, and when you find what you love, you're never ever working. You don't care about the money. Like, make 60k bare minimum to live, you're happy, right? And like, even in psychology literally proves that, I think it's after like maybe let's just say 100k. After 100k, your level of happiness does not increase very much. So I think the secret to like true freedom and true happiness is to, number one, stop chasing happiness, find happiness in the present moment, and find what you love to do. Because if you're just chasing money like me, you will not be free. You will be a slave to the money. And the more money you get, you think you're going to feel more secure. I'll get 100k, I'll feel more secure. 200k, 300k, but your living standards will also naturally rise a little bit, and maybe your social circle, you'll start to hang out with people who earn that much or more, and then it will make you feel inadequate, and it will make you feel like you need more money. So you're constantly just on this hedonic treadmill, like, I need more. You could have a billion. Oh, you know, I still don't feel secure, I need more money. Pain is not a bad thing. Pain is a good thing because it teaches you. Why is that guy sitting in his fucking car just watching me? Fucking weirdo. He knows I slay. And that guy too. Men are creepy. Okay, pain is not a bad thing. Going through bad life experiences is not a bad thing. Everything makes you who you are, in my opinion. And there are so many things that have happened where I'm like, oh God, like why me? Why did I have to go through it? But at the end of the day, and looking back in like hindsight, and I mean like a long period of time, years and years, I'm able to see why it happened and how it's benefited me. And if you're able to find the positive in every negative situation, you're always going to be okay. Don't ever take people at face value until they prove that they are trustworthy, because some people are just out here lying for no reason just because they think it's fun. And that's something I could never comprehend because I'm not the type of individual to do that. So that's why it was really difficult for me to comprehend that there are just people out here lying and will do you dirty. But yes, there is. Don't take people at face value. Always go in with the attitude that you need to prove yourself to me, especially in dating, especially if you're a woman. The man needs to prove himself to you. You are not going to win an award for having pride. Lower your pride. Sometimes pride gets in the way and it can really harm you. My mum has quite a lot of pride, and naturally growing up, I took that on, and I would see later on how that would impact her, having too much pride to do something. And then I realized that you are not going to win an award for having pride. There's no one that's going to congratulate you for having pride. Sometimes you just need to suck it up and do something, even if it hurts your ego or your pride. If the benefits are good, then do it. Okay, this is something that is absolutely life-changing, and okay, let me read it. If a guy likes you, he will actively pursue you and he will not expect you to message first. If a guy likes you moderately, or he is not like overly keen about you, he will expect you to contact him as much as he contacts you, so like 50-50 exchange. If a guy doesn't like you, he's just not going to message you. When I like figured that out or read about it in the FDS guide, it just blew my mind. Yeah, I do not pay guys attention if they do not pursue me first. And I know some men watch this and they're like, oh, well, I will never message a woman first. Each to their own, but I am a true believer that men should pursue. I think women should only pursue in the right circumstances, but most of the time it works best when the guy is doing the pursuing. But yes, everything is circumstantial, so you know, take it with a grain of salt. Remember these lessons and then just apply it where you see it fit. Don't ever try to date a bum, and don't ever think I can change him. Ladies, you should never ever date a guy for potential. Only date what you see and what they already have. Dating for potential, there's a guy walking by me. Don't look at me, sir. Don't look at me, sir. Okay. Dating for potential is a recipe for disaster, because you are going to be so drained trying to build this man. You don't even know if you can build this man. Date what you see, okay? That was my 22 controversial life lessons. I'm talking very quickly because these bloody creepy men are making me uncomfortable. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to enter the en route competition and follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe. If you're not getting notified from me, make sure you unsubscribe and then you resubscribe, okay? Ich liebe dich. Tschüss. Bye.
A better place to live.
Roman, vacación. Mi hada madrina dijo que sí. Este de aquí me hizo llorar. Este otro me dice marica. Este otro de mí piensa mal. Esto es lo que hago cuando me chingan.
Why are you broke? No excuse. I manifest everything. Have you ever heard of this book? Why are you poor? Why are you poor? The secret. Why are you poor? You know you can